Okay, so first you're going to need your lightener and your 20 volume developer. And I got both of these products for very cheap from Sally's. And you're going to need your little mix bowl and a nice brush that you can mix and apply the dye to, or bleach. And of course you're going to need some aluminum foil to keep the dye from getting all over your apartment. Now this is a heads up, this stuff is very strong. The powder lightener, it's very strong. So I would suggest you cut your air on blast, or cut on a fan, or open up a window, because it's very strong and it will choke you up. And so I used this little measuring cup and just poured some in to just show you how to make the mixture and what the consistency should look like. And I ended up using the whole thing because I actually am going to bleach several lace closures and frontals, not just one. But if you're just gonna do one frontal or one closure, then I would just suggest like 1 or 2 cups. That should be enough. Okay, and first, of course, you're going to go ahead and put the developer in second. And you don't want to pour too much in. I'd rather you gradually do it, because that way you'll know if it's too thick, and you don't want it to be really runny. So that way, you know, you'll just get a perfect consistency. And it's basically like mixing a perm. Well, not a perm, but a relaxer from a box, like a box kit. You want to have the same thick consistency, because if it's too runny, then it's going to get all over the lace closure and it's going to bleach it. And I'll show you what that looks like, because one of these closures, or one of these frontals, I accidentally bleached the actual hair. So I'll show you guys what I did. And this is just me making more of my mixture, which is optional because I actually have more than one frontal and closure. And these lace closures and frontals are from my hair company. So that's why I'm just doing this video, to show you guys how to customize your own. And I totally apologize for my nails. I just got a puppy that week, so yeah, I haven't had time to do anything but take care of her like a little baby. Okay, now see that consistency? It's kind of thick, but it's still like, you know, not runny. And again, this is my lace closure from my hair company. This is the Brazilian Body Wave Frontal, and this is a 14-inch or maybe 12-inch. I can't remember. But you're basically going to like dab it, not like press it in, because if you press it in, you're gonna go through the holes and you're gonna dye the actual hair. So you just want to kind of tap, like in a tapping motion, and just cover the whole frontal lace part with the bleach. Okay, so now I'm gonna fold a piece over just to keep it like from over processing. And I'm gonna start over with another piece. And these closures are also from my hair company. This is a loose wave, a Brazilian loose wave frontal, and a Brazilian body wave frontal. And later I will also show you guys my Malaysian curly frontal. And you just apply in a tapping motion the same way that you did the frontal. Nothing differently. So I really shouldn't have done all these at the same time because some of them could have over processed, which one of them did. But the normal time for it to sit is 30 to 40 minutes max, because you're just bleaching the lace, not the actual hair. And depending on how light you want your hair to be, if you're going to dye it, it shouldn't be on for that long. But you know, I'm doing these like right back to back, so the time difference should only be like 10 minutes. And this is the loose wave closure for my hair company, and you can check all of that out at moreantasia.com. Click on products and you'll see my hair company. I'll also link all the details in the description box as well. My gorgeous Malaysian curly. Look how beautiful and lustrous it looks. This is my Malaysian curly frontal, and this is an 18-inch or 16. I can't remember if it's a 16-inch or not. I have so many bundles and everything to keep up with. I just wanted to dye this one, or bleach this closure so that it could look perfect. And after I let these sit, I'm going to wash with this Shea Butter Miracle Detangling Shampoo. It's just for a good moisture. It's a good moisturizing shampoo, and it smells great. And I'm going to use this Brazilian Keratin Therapy Conditioner, and it leaves it very, very soft and shiny. And this is the result. This is how they will look, you know, when they're wet. And you'll notice that the knots are not black anymore. And they look more natural, especially up against the skin. And there may be some parts that still have a few knots or maybe over bleached, but I just use a quick, something really quick, and I was just thinking like mascara would be perfect to just, you know, blend it back. And also, if it's too light, you can use like a toner or a dark brown semi-permanent dye color. But see, notice that in the front, the very front part, I did over bleach it. There's a few strands, but you know, I can fix that later or pluck them. This one came out perfectly. And notice how the consistency was thick, so it did not go through any of the lace. There's a few black knots, but not many, not nearly as many as there were. And you see that bleach, that's the part that I actually over bleached. So like I said, you have to be careful to just dab. And this is what my curly, Malaysian curly closure looks like. And I did put a little bit of concealer on it. But it does look more natural than, you know, a regular lace closure. And this is how I customize my closures. This is the one that I over bleached, so I'm going to go ahead and pluck the hairline anyway. Those pieces that were blonde or bleached, I'm just going to go ahead and pluck those out. And then I'm going to like make a little part section behind it and kind of plug in between those hairs so that it can look more realistic, as if like my edges are kind of a little thin, because most people don't have all of their edges and it's not as, you know, perfect. So I'm just going to make an imperfect hairline. And this does take time, so please be careful or you will whip the lace and you may pluck too much. So please be careful and take your time. You can use your hands or you can use the tweezers like I am doing, but I prefer the tweezers. And this is basically how you do it. And I'll show you guys the aftermath. I need to know now, can you love me again? I need to know now, can you love me again? I need to know now, can you love me again? Much better. The line looks very natural. It looks way more natural, and it's a little bit thinner than a perfect, you know, hairline. And then you can go ahead and make a wig out of it, or you can sew it down. And I'll have to make another tutorial, but thank you guys for watching. And see you guys next time. Alright, so this is the final look. These are my curls, and this is my closure. This is a, is this a 14-inch closure? I think this is a 16-inch closure. And my closures are starting at $70. And my bundles, my curly hair bundles are starting at $60.